Can you explain how marriage is a scam in your most feminist raging voice?
Oh, you want the gloves off version? Okay, here it comes. Brace yourself. Marriage, as it's been sold to women for centuries, is one of the biggest scams ever perpetuated. It's been packaged like a fairy tale, but functions like a contract where women give up freedom, labor, youth, and often their dreams. For what? For the illusion of stability and a title. Meanwhile, men have historically used it as a way to secure unpaid domestic labor, emotional caretaking, and consistent sex, without ever truly being required to evolve emotionally or spiritually. The patriarchy sold us this idea that our worth is tied to being chosen. But let's be real. Being chosen often just means being selected for how well you can serve someone else's needs. And while women are out here cooking, cleaning, managing homes, raising children, and holding down jobs, men are still asking, what do you bring to the table? The audacity. And when it ends, who loses more often? Who has to rebuild her life, identity, and credit score from the ashes of happily ever after? Yeah, it's not the one who kept his last name. So no, marriage isn't about love. It's about power. And for too long, it's been about controlling women under the guise of romance. Oh, want me to keep going?
Yeah, keep going.
All right, let's dig deeper. Marriage, especially the way it's been traditionally structured, isn't just a scam. It's a system that gaslights women into thinking they're winning while they're actually losing autonomy, time, and access to their full potential. It trains you from a young age to believe your ultimate achievement is being picked, not creating, not leading, not building, but being chosen by a man. A man who, let's be honest, probably wasn't trained to emotionally show up, communicate well, or carry half the weight. It's like a lifelong job you never applied for that doesn't come with benefits, but expects your full devotion and labor. You get love bombs up front, maybe a ring if you're lucky, and then years of invisible work. And if you don't want to do that anymore, you're the one who's difficult, cold, bitter, or too much. Not the system, not the man, you. And let's not forget, marriage laws were literally designed to treat women as property. You couldn't even have a bank account or sign a lease in your name without a husband until a few decades ago. A few decades. That's not ancient history, that's your mom's lifetime. Now, if women today are waking up and saying, wait, I can have my own house, my own income, my own peace, and not be drained by a man-child, yeah, that's not rebellion, that's healing. So if marriage isn't built on mutual evolution and radical love anymore, then what is it? A scam we've finally woken up from. Want to unpack how singlehood disrupts the whole thing?
Yeah, how do single women disrupt the whole thing?
Oh, single women shake the whole damn foundation. Because when a woman stays single by choice, she exits the role she was programmed for. She's no longer serving the economy as a caretaker, wife, or mother by default. She's not trapped in unpaid labor. She's not playing the I'll support him so he can thrive game. She keeps her time, her energy, and most importantly, her power. And what happens then? She starts using that power. She travels, she builds businesses, she invests, she spends money on herself. She chooses relationships that feel good, not ones based on fear or survival. She becomes sovereign. That's dangerous to the system because she's no longer dependent on a man, a marriage, or even a corporation to feel safe. She's free. Capitalism doesn't know what to do with a woman who doesn't need to be rescued or tamed or sold to. She doesn't buy the lie anymore. She becomes harder to manipulate. And that ripple effect, it's massive. Other women see her. They start asking questions.
AI can...
Now, he said a lot of stuff, okay? But what I will say is, as far as marriage being a scam, I think it works for some people. And we know it's different than it used to be with Big Mama and all that. It's different with the whole women not being able to get a bank account and a mortgage and all that. Everything has changed. So if you get married today, it's for much different reasons than it was back in the day. It's just different. Again, whether it's a scam or not, I don't know. I think you should do it if you want to. If you don't want to, don't do it. Some people just built like that. They love marriage. I was about to say love, but it's different when you love versus love marriage. Some people are infatuated with just the thought of being married. They are. The thing about choice, I wish people would stop saying they don't think women are single by choice. They think all women really want to be married. They're not able to attract the man that they want. I have been married, divorced, I've got children, dated awesome men, and marriage is just not something that I strive for anymore. I just don't. Partnership, companionship, those ships I'm cool with, but marriage, I don't know. It's not a big deal to me. It's just not. Not saying it can't be a big deal to you. It's just not a big deal to me. Somebody said it's unpaid labor. Now, this whole what you bring to the table business, I see different sides of that. I haven't met a man personally that has asked me what I brought to the table. So I have not experienced that, thank God. But if they are basing it on, now, affluent men, if you ain't got 2 nickels, I don't know if you should be even asking that question, but teach his own. Affluent men who have some things going for themselves, some pedigree, prestige, money, if they provide in the house, the car, all utilities, insurance, groceries, just everything that comes with it, and then a woman comes in and she's like, I provide love and support and a stable place for you to come to every day. I clean up and things of that nature. I cook meals. Okay, great. But when divorce happens, the man provided a lot of stuff that can be divvied up. It's like when we divorce, because I have become accustomed to you paying all these bills, you still need to give me some alimony. He can't say, I've become accustomed to you cleaning these dishes and cooking these meals, so you need to still come to my house every 2 weeks. So it's kind of unfair after divorce, so I get that part of it. I understand you gave up all your good years and time. He can feel that way too. Now if you started from the bottom, now you here with him, I believe that you should get something for that time or whatever. It's not an end all be all. I'm just saying I can understand both sides of the providing everything. Then after divorce is over, I'm the only person that's got to keep providing. I can see how that can be irritating. I'm just saying. Other than that, again, just stop with this whole women ain't single by choice, because some of us are. Some of us cool with this break. Some of us can jump back in the game when we want to. So we think that anyway. But as far as marriage being a scam, I think if you want to do it, do it. If you don't, don't. Me personally, now, I love love. I do. I like being loved. And I like jewelry. So, I'm okay with getting engaged, honestly. And just being engaged for the rest of my life. I feel like people get tired of people. So, living together can be a problem. So, I hope to find a person that I can live in the same town as them. And we can be each other's person. I can have a piece of jewelry. I don't mind that. And we can spend weekends together for the rest of our lives, I think that's exciting.